Don't know what you're talking about. Hello.
Hi. Okay, hopefully we have sound and we're good.
We're going to be great because you did it all. I didn't do anything.
So
I sat down
you did.
2 minutes ago.
Yep. Hi.
But I'm
Lisa's
here.
Mom and
Hi,
Shirley.
Mom. Hi, Shirley.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
we're
you
here.
were like there before we were here.
Yeah. It's Tuesday again.
It is Tuesday again.
Mm-hmm.
Tuesdays are good. It's been a quick day.
It was really busy this morning.
It was very, very busy this morning. So that went nice. And
You brought your phone?
nope, you brought yours.
I brought mine.
That's not mine.
Oh, that's right, because as soon as you walked out the door to go get something to drink,
it rang.
It rang. And I think Tony was going to get it, so.
Yeah, so.
Well, we thought there's ton.
So much coming up that, we've sent out a couple different emails, but it can be a lot all thrown in an email. So we thought maybe we would talk about things individually and give you guys a chance to ask questions if you have them, and actually go through what is upcoming instead of just here in like a 6 million mile page long email.
Yeah.
So that's
the emails don't talk.
They don't, and they also don't answer your questions. So we thought maybe we would try to attempt to answer some questions today. So South Dakota, what's it like in South Dakota? I bet you it's a lot nicer than here.
Was the weather weird here yesterday?
It snowed. It didn't stick, but it snowed pretty much all day. Like just the flurry stuff, and it was not warm. It was ick.
It was like raining when I got up in the morning, and then I heard ice balls, and then it was snowing, and then it was back to raining, and then it was snowing, and every time I looked outside there was like something else going on. It was like we had all of the different
all seasons in one day.
Yeah, it was just crazy. And when I looked outside in the morning, like the deck looked like it was like super slick.
I bet it probably had something to do with it being almost 60 all weekend, and then crashing yesterday. And so how's Jeff doing?
I think he was saying that XP2 that we had was part of our B2B order.
Oh, did you ask him?
I did not.
Oh,
but I think maybe Jean did.
Oh,
so
okay. Gotta love those watch emails. You're like, what does that say?
I'm like, who do I know that's named Jeff? And why are they asking me about machines?
I know a few Jeffs. So that could have been a couple. Would have been pretty obvious once it was about machines, which Jeff it was. So, look at that.
Right? You just never know what's going to pop up on one of these things.
So, hello to Sharon and Mary and Lisa.
Everybody.
Hi.
Yeah. So, did you do any sewing this weekend?
I did not. I did some creating of files this weekend. I did some purchasing of files this weekend.
That counts, right?
No, I actually created some too, but I bought some things this weekend. But then I've been wanting to play. I think I told you I had a hoodie that I had bought that I wanted to put some heat transfer vinyl on, and so I was measuring and figuring out what was going to go where, and I didn't actually cut anything, but I played with files for quite a while actually. So we'll see. I haven't actually cut anything yet. So
yesterday I had like the strangest thing happen. You know how like sometimes like we talk about like weird YouTube videos that pop up, right? So I was downstairs and the internet was crazy. Oh, look at hi from the UK. Hi.
Ooh, hi.
You win the award for being the furthest.
It's all you.
So I this video popped up on my iPad is like a commercial thing, and it was that the sweet poppy red whatever
sweet red poppy,
yes, the three names in the wrong order. And it was about the new Cricut heat presses that they have coming out. So I was like, oh, that'll be interesting to watch, and I was like, oh, that's a really fancy heat press. It's like automatic, and it like the lid pops up and it comes down and it checks. And then she's like, oh, this is a mere $1,000. I'm like, yeah, that's a really
That's all.
expensive heat press.
I like mine just fine.
I was like, wow, that is really expensive. But then it was a really long video and she was going in all of these details. And I was like, and then I'm like, why am I watching
Why are
this?
you watching this? You're never going to buy it.
Right? I'm like, I'm never going to buy that. And then they show you something and you're like, that's kind of really cool. They have a hat heat press out now that's like curved.
I have one of those.
Well, you have the whole 3-in-1 thing, right?
No, I have different attachments to my heat press.
Right. They connect to it.
Sorta. I mean, there's like plugs.
Yeah.
It's a separate press that's specifically, but it's curved.
Right. And
Yep.
but it's all like your one part. It's kind of like arms, right?
I mean, you disconnect the square
Mm-hmm.
and that goes away.
Right.
And then you plug in the hat or the plate or the
Mhm.
cup or the whatever. But yeah, I've seen the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that's really interesting. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. And I'm like, yeah, I don't need those. So I'm like trying to get rid of that. But
I mean,
thought
I
that
have a
was
hat
funny.
hoop for my embroidery machine and I've used it, one hand worth.
Right. So I did think that was funny. And the irony about it is I was using my little mini one because I was working on my spring showers.
Okay.
And that little mini one that they have does a really nice job of flattening out those darn back seams. Because, I'm not a big fan of pressing my seams open, but you really have no choice in these. So it doesn't press to one side or the other.
They don't do that well.
Yeah. I'm
No.
it's like I was subconsciously thinking, don't melt my iron, don't melt,
Don't melt my stuff.
fusible with using this. And then all of a sudden that thing just came randomly on and I'm like, oh, look at all of these things that I'm like, oh God, I need it. And I'm like, I don't need that. But
We were reminiscing in Sam's Club the other day. This poor worker he walked by us like 6 times. I think myself and my friend who were reminiscing were there for like 2 hours and we hadn't moved. We were in the exact same spot. And we specifically met there. I had something that I needed to give her and we just hadn't been able to connect. And I was like, well, I'm going to Sam's Club so I can swing by because she doesn't live that far. She was like, I'm going to Sam's Club. Let's just meet there. And I'm like, okay, great. That's perfect. So we did. And this guy's walking back and forth. And have you seen the advertisement for the Glowforge? That was part of we were both like, yeah, I've seen that. That looks really cool. I want one of those.
right. All the things.
It was just like, because I don't have enough things in.
Right. Where can I put this?
What do I need to do that for?
Right.
Nothing.
Right.
But I need it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, oh, where can I put that?
I would find a home. I would totally find a home. But it's like,
just
holy crow.
So funny.
So
How that
if
happens.
it makes you guys feel better, we get lost in that stuff.
Yeah,
too.
it just is hysterical when that happens.
We all need all the things.
All the
and
things, yeah.
unfortunately, we all go down those rabbit holes
Right.
of random. But I have to say, you absolutely win for the craziest advertisement watched on YouTube.
Oh my God, that was hysterical. Yeah.
She came in and showed it to the rest of us. And
If you guys want to laugh, I won't. It's Lumi, Lumi.
look it up.
Look that
Just
up.
look it up.
On
We're not going to
YouTube.
discuss it because it's really not appropriate.
Right. It's a commercial. And for what it still comes on, like every time we do something, it's like the ad right after it that plays. But
And
it is just
it is absolutely hilarious. You
Yes.
got to watch it the whole way through.
yes.
You can't give up in the first 2 seconds. You have to
have a
continue.
little bit of a sense of humor.
Yes, you
And
definitely
you
need a sense of
probably
humor, but
don't want to be near anyone when you watch.
Yeah,
It's
maybe,
not porn or anything.
it's not. It's
It's-
not. But it's probably not something you want to teach like a 9-year-old
Right.
to say and do. So make sure
It's not
look
made
around.
for kids.
Look around you before you play. Oh my God, I'm crying.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
just thinking about it, it was
really
absolutely.
was
She's like,
hysterical.
oh my gosh, I was watching this and this ad popped up and I just couldn't stop.
couldn't.
And so she turns it on and we're all just like,
Yeah.
that was just,
It is definitely tongue in cheek funny. Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was something else. So look it up and enjoy.
Definitely enjoy. So but anyways, that's my YouTube thing yesterday was sort of what I thought maybe would inspire today. I would show you guys all kinds of stuff that is coming up to make you want to buy it too.
Well, we had a great event this past weekend. I'm really
Mhm.
looking forward to repeating it this weekend. I do have a few spots left, so we're going to talk about that in a few minutes. It's in the list,
It is.
and there's been some really great stuff, and there is great stuff coming. So, but it can be very overwhelming if you're just reading and reading and reading and reading. So
Right.
that was the thought process.
What is it and why do I need it?
Why do I need it? Or is that different than this? Or did I already buy it? Or was that a pre-order? Or any of those kinds of things. So let's just jump in.
Right. You know, it's funny. If my family is watching this, that's not me saying that I'm from the UK, because Sarah J is my middle name. So I could just see my dad asking me, why were you commenting? So it's not me. Oh, that's too funny. So let's start. So I thought we could talk a little bit about the digital dealer exclusive. I feel like this is a little bit confusing for people.
I agree. We get a lot of questions.
It's a little confusing for us.
It is, because the way that it's set up is just not super fluid.
Right.
So
this
the product is phenomenal. So the projects and what's there, it's great. It's just how we get it all to you and how you sign up for it and is a little confusing, unfortunately. And so let's clarify.
Is replacing, we did the fill in the blanks last year. So this is their fill in the blank 2.0, where you don't have to purchase a blank.
Nope. So the idea behind the digital dealer exclusive is it's also at the same time replacing the fill in the blank monthly piece. It also replaced the dealer exclusives that we got in the shop. So we were able to buy a folder of digital exclusives.
Hi, Jean.
So this is kind of a blending of a couple different things in a new way of putting them out there for you guys to be able to use them. Right. So it's nice because it breaks it down and helps in a way to give you guys a little bit of something all the time instead of a holy crow, that's a big event, I don't have time for a big event, or those kinds of things. But it's a really nice way to trickle in things, and it's also very reasonably priced, which is, we all love reasonably priced, right? So the files themselves, you can get just the file if you would like. So you can get these a few different ways. 3 actually sort of different ways.
Yes.
Option 1 is just the designs. So if you wanted, this is the one that's on screen, is March's. And if you wanted to just get the design, you could purchase just March's design if that's what you wanted. Or you could buy all year's designs and you could get that discounted bundle price of the whole year's piece, design only. The other option is, as it says there in the sender, design and kit. You could also get that bundled or sold separately. Yes. So maybe you signed up because you just found us because you're from the UK or something like that, but you didn't get the kits from your local shop and you need kits. You can get just the kits from us. So those are all available individually or as a bundle in a individual month or as a whole year. So did that totally clarify that, or did that totally mush it all up?
I think that's a really good thing. The thing that I want to make, I think, the most clear is that if you aren't purchasing like I want everything bundled, you do have to pay attention because, like she said, the designs are sold separately from the kits because we know that you could have gotten a kit from someplace else, or
how does she know what time it is?
Maybe, like Lisa said, you were able to support your local shop and they have the designs, but maybe they don't have the kits. You know, we're big proponents. We're somebody's local shop, so we want you to support your local shop as well. Because if you don't, they won't be there. They won't still
be there, and we of course don't want anybody to go away because that doesn't help any of us.
We're all in here together.
We're all in it together, absolutely.
And so what happens is, so last year with our digital dealer, or with our fill in the blanks, and with the old dealer exclusive stuff, you receive the designs essentially from us.
Right.
You are we are purchasing the designs on your behalf, and we have to do that on like the first of the month. We don't get to pre-purchase your designs ahead of time for you. So each month we have to basically purchase everyone's designs for them. And once that's done, then they send them to you. So you may not receive, everybody will not receive their designs at the same time. You might know that I'm usually in the shop early. And so sometimes I try first thing in the morning because their site is usually less crazy in the morning.
However, that first of the month, it's bombarded no matter what. So, and because of where they're at, they don't open. And so
sometimes I can't do it first thing in the morning.
First in the morning doesn't necessarily mean anything to them because our first thing in the morning, they're not even open yet.
It's like 2 o'clock in the morning or something there when I'm trying to do it.
So they're a couple hours behind us.
Yes.
So we can't promise that it will be in your email box first thing on the first. So we will have to go and purchase it for you, and then they'll email you.
Yes,
is how that works.
But you would receive an email each month from Kimberbell, or for the select month that you have
whichever
purchased.
One you decided to buy. So maybe you only wanted 3. You can pre-purchase those 3, and then those would, if you are doing it from us, I can't promise how everybody else is doing it, but we've got a sheet that said, okay, this month we have to add in so-and-so instead of our yearly group plus X, Y, and Z. And we add those people in and send them all out.
Yes. So that's how we're doing ours. Each store gets to kind of pick and choose how they're doing it, but that's how we decided to do it. So hopefully that maybe makes it less muddy.
Hopefully mudless. And Sarah has popped up the links to take you to the site. If you would like to look at that, you can look there. And again, there's 3 options. One, just the designs, or the designs and the kits, or the designs and the kits, and we will ship those kits to you. And that's all right there. So if you want the whole year, you can break those down into one of those 3 options.
Yes.
Clear as mud. Ha, ha, ha. Thank you so very much.
And next we have the No Place Like Home. This really did come out stupendous. So I just want to say we do have some kits available still. If you're local to us, you will definitely have your kit before the event. If you are not local to us, really the only option would be like an overnight fee or an overnight charge to you.
And that being said, I would absolutely love to have everybody in class. However, if you just want the kit, that's allowed.
That's right. Because you're going to get Lisa's very own step-by-step videos that she did.
So there is a link and those won't go away. So if, this weekend isn't good for you, but you still want the kit, you can get the kit and I will send you the link and you can watch and work on it in your own time and whenever works for you, and we'll get you everything. So the kit includes literally everything. You would not need anything else to finish that. The batting, the stabilizer,
ours
the
includes
thread,
the stabilizer and the thread. That's
so
not part of Kimberbell's
right.
kit.
So we have added in the stabilizer. There's 8 yards of stabilizer that we put in there, plus the fusible backing that you need to support the stitches in those larger embroidered blocks. And we have included the threads. So everything that you need to complete that is literally in that kit. And it's only $169, which if you really think about that, by the time you buy the pillow form, by the time you buy all of the threads and it's really not as bad as it sounded when we first sat down and went, holy crow, that's an expensive pillow. It's really not. And it is even cuter in person than it is in that stinking picture right there. And it's pretty cute in that picture.
It is.
But this little guy right here is not so little, first of all. It's just, it's absolutely stunning. It is, the colors are great. I mean, if you have a blue family room, it would work. If you have greens, if you have beiges, I mean, there's literally every pretty much color in there that you can pick and choose from. It feels
your
like
little guy over here somewhere?
My little guy's over there. That's a bonus that nobody knows about.
I know, maybe you should.
Maybe I should say.
You should show them.
I can do that.
Here, I'll hold this. So look at how cute this is. So you're going to get all of the designs, right? And while this is done in the hoop quilting, you are also going to get some files. These files do come in the Leabu tile sizes as well. Not every size, but you do get a variety of sizes.
So you get the chicken wire, you get the flower, and you get the home and flower border files as bonus quilting designs.
Yes.
So you do get in a completely separate file on your USB stick, you get all of those quilting files. So these in here are all fixed in the exact size that you need to finish the pillow. But then in a separate folder, if you're a CBT owner and you like all of those, or maybe you just like to quilt in the hoop, doesn't matter.
Clear blue tiles.
Sorry.
For those of you who are not up on the Kimberbell.
On the anagram, come on, guys.
Lingo, right?
But those files
not to
are
be confused with CBD.
No, that's over there. that's down the parking lot a little bit.
Yes.
But yeah, so those are all there. So you get those bonus files in addition to what you need to finish the pillow. You can do those with whatever you would like. So I also made a baby. I gave birth.
She birthed a baby.
I birthed the baby during class. Yes, I did. So I took these guys and I went home and I played with them a little bit and adjusted them. And then I tested them out. So if you are in my class, you will also get the adjusted files to make bench buddies that will coordinate with the pillow. So I'm including those in there. And there's also a file of the home block down here with the smoke that will work for the rectangular bench buddy that's included in there too. I just don't have that one stitched out. So those are some little bonuses that are there. So
absolutely. So again, we don't have an endless amount of these, and after the event, whatever kits
we have
left,
here, we have to send back.
We have to send back. We can't hold on to those. So you have just this week left to place that order, because come Monday,
I got to send anything we still have back.
They have to go bye-bye.
Yup. And there's a really cute bonus CD. I really like the designs that are in there. And if you aren't aware, there's a bonus CD that's created for each individual event. So you can't say, well, I'll get that at the next one. The next one would have a different bonus CD. So they're really tricky with that one. Somebody did some really good marketing on that one. The only way you can get those files is to spend that $100 of Kimberbell at this event here.
Absolutely.
So anyway.
And I'll put the link over on the side for that in just a second. And next we have mug rugs. So cute. They are adorable, aren't they? So mug rugs have become a thing like everywhere. It's not just Kimberbell. There's mug rug files like all over the place in different shapes and sizes and definitely in different designs. But I got to say, I really, really like Kimberbell's. They're very simple. They're all done in the hoop. There's no sewing after the fact, which you know I don't do any sewing after the fact. So there is a whole new set of these that are available, and they are absolutely stunning. So this one that you see on the front is that's actually the poinsettia table centerpiece pillow, however you wanted to use it, from just this last Bella box. That is the same design that they have turned into this little mug rug here. And there's another like a knitting one, there's a camping one, there's fishing, there's sports, there's just a little bit of everything. Thank you for being my hero. There's a floral wreath kind of thing that says, "In all things give thanks." They are very, very well done. There's actually a really adorable birthday cake that doesn't have any words. So it's just kind of a generic birthday, which is kind of nice as well. So they've done a really, really nice job. And, you know, it's got to get hard coming up with new, what else can we do, if you will. So I think they did a really, really great job. I just wouldn't stitch the bumblebee on that top one, of course. I know they had to put that at the top.
They did.
There was some literature that came in the mail today from our Moda people,
It
and
didn't have bees on it.
it did. So I just threw it away. I was like, there's no reason for me to show this.
Lisa doesn't need to see that.
It was like 6 pages of them. I was like, okay, well, we're not getting this, so it can just go bye-bye.
No, it's gotta go.
But the official release date of Mug Rugs 5 is March 23rd. We should have ours a little bit before that.
Roughly a week, maybe slightly less, depending upon shipping timeframes. But because we are on that auto ship, we do get them slightly earlier than the average Joe. So
yes, under normal circumstances.
Like again, depending upon shipping. And that guide runs is now $44.98 or something like that.
Yeah,
so it's basically $45.
$44.95.
Okay.
Probably is supposed to be 98, and I probably put 95
So
that's
ours is 3 cents cheaper than everybody else.
Right.
So yeah, we I think a very large portion of those are of our auto ship. We probably should call and try to bump that if we can, because I think we've got a nice chunk of those already.
Yeah,
sold,
I believe so as well. So
make my mental note.
yes,
Write that into my head.
and if you are looking for something that is Kimberbell related, and for some reason you cannot find it on our website, you can always send us an email, and we will be happy to let you know if it is there, or if it's something that we can get. Our website for selling is actually pretty new. It's less than a year old.
Yeah.
So it's still in its infancy.
It is absolutely, it's still a baby.
It's still a baby.
No doubt.
It's starting to become that toddler stage where it's making me a little bit crazy.
It's got its own mind at this point.
I'm running around like a mad woman trying to fix
trying to chase it and fix things that it seems to be doing on its own.
Absolutely.
But there are definitely things we don't have on there.
Right.
Because when we were adding things, we didn't have them. And then they have discontinued a very large selection of CDs in just this last month or so. There was a very long list of things that they did discontinue. So you can probably find those before too much longer starting to show up in their vault, trickling in there. If we had them in stock, they will still be on there. But if not, then they'll start coming off as well. So unless you guys are super, super on top of it, you probably don't know what's been discontinued and what hasn't. So if you're looking for something and you don't see it, that might be why, if it's one of the older designs. But please feel free to always just shoot us an email and say, hey, I'm looking for this. Can you help me out? And we'll do what we can. So.
And our first non-Kimberbell related thing.
We do things that are not Kimberbell. Can you imagine?
We do. So our favorite people, they make great stuff. Our absolute favorite hoops are these magnetic dime hoops, and they are having an event beyond monograms. And so we're kind of how these things work is we sort of co-sponsor them. So if you've been a long time customer here and you used to come to events in the store, and we would have this big to-do thing. And since the world sort of went into lockdown, everything has gone
everything went
virtual.
Yep.
And we do hope that we will return to our open classroom and have a combination of the two. But right now it's virtual. And the nice thing about that is when two things that are nice for us, it's pretty easy for us to put on.
We schedule it.
So we have to schedule it. We kind of say hello. We listen
we
in.
Say, hey.
And we try to
comment as long as we're not
and help
running around the store helping people that are in shop. We try to comment and answer questions and everything during the event itself.
Yeah.
But
and they will have some products that will be specifically related to the monogramming available. They will usually have some sort of a coupon code.
Yep.
The nice thing for us is that
they ship it to
right. So they're showing you stuff that they already have in stock.
Yep.
And it comes right from them. So it kind of cuts us out. Well, we're not trying to guess what you might want and
order it and then have to figure out a way to find a place to put it in here. And then when it either does or doesn't sell, get a way to get it to you and then get it back to them when we don't need it. They manage all the shipping, which for us is a huge Benny. I mean, it's makes life very easy on our end.
It does. Absolutely. We're happy to help if something goes wrong, but the specials,
which we've gotten a few. I mean, they're human too, guys. You know, I
Mhm.
mean, somebody put the wrong thing in a box. Okay, give us a call. What's your order number? We'll get you squared away, and we'll
Yeah,
connect our
absolutely.
person and get it squared around. We've had a couple times, but in the 2 years that we've been doing these,
Very few.
it's been very, very few, and they've always taken care of it immediately, and it's been a good response, and they've taken care of any problems. So
Absolutely. So pretty
it's been
simple.
fantastic,
Mhm.
and it comes faster because it doesn't have to come to us and then come to you.
Mhm.
You guys get it faster, which is always good.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Beyond Monograms is coming up. It is on Wednesday, and that 4 o'clock is an Eastern time. So as we were talking about, we've got people from different parts of the states and not states, but so please pay attention. We are trying to always put in Eastern time on different things so that you guys know what time things will be at, but please make sure that you're checking. We've actually run into that on a couple things. I've had a few people miss class because they were like, oh,
Different time zone.
oops, wrong time zone. So please do make note of that. It is 4 o'clock Eastern. So
Yes.
coming up.
All right. And I totally cut the top of that off. It's really hard to get good help. So I bring in Sewing Club back, but we're not starting with any sewing. So
Got to start somewhere.
that's right. We all got to start somewhere. So in this month class, I'm hopefully going to basically help you get started. So if we've sold a lot of sewing machines over the last
sure
couple
have.
of years, and I know some people are new. My hope is that I can answer questions for you about maybe maybe you have some patterns at home and they're calling for things and you're like,
what the heck is this?
weird stuff? But I'm going to talk about different types of stabilizers and interfacings, how they're different, when to use them together, different tools, those types of things. The grain of your fabrics.
Maybe what you can substitute one thing for another.
Yes. When you can make a change, does it really have to be this specific thing? Can it be something else? I'll share my favorite versions of some of the most popular stabilizers out there, because they a lot of times there's 4 or 5 different versions of the same thing, and they'll all be just a little bit different.
Yep.
And then I'm going to show different tips and techniques for making sure that you master your seam allowance, all seam allowances, but we will definitely talk about that elusive 1/4 inch.
Yeah.
Yes. Just like
Yep.
it's like a wild animal, rarely to
tackle
be seen.
it, wrangle it, and make it go where we want it to go.
And so the club fee or the class fee is $20. You can use your punch card. There is no kit fee for this. I will have a pretty extensive PDF file that I will share with you guys. So that'll be part of what you get when you sign up, which will have essentially the stuff that I'm going to talk to you about. That way you can reference back to that. I'll let you guys record the video, but sometimes it's really boring to go back and listen to that when you'll have the paperwork in front of you and you can kind of take notes and answer questions. So that's what I'm going to be doing in Sewing Club. And our Saturday and Wednesday is kind of switched around this time because
of that dime event that's on that other Wednesday, so that we didn't double book.
That's right.
We switched them around a little bit.
So my class is at 9:30 on the 26th or the 30th, again, that Eastern Standard Time. So might be a little bit early for some of you. And then Lisa has an adorable project.
I'm actually really excited about this one, not because it's super complicated, but I've always wanted one of these. So I'm super excited because I'm finally going to get one in my house.
Woohoo!
So what we're going to be doing, it is just a fairly simplistic embroidery, but we're going to be talking about centering. So we're going to have an oversized piece of fabric that we're going to be embroidering on, and then finding the center of that in the hoop and getting that placed. And then, okay, so I didn't hoop that quite right. Now, how do I find center actually? So we're going to work on all of that. But then we're going to so what we're actually making is a double-ended, so kind of like a 9x13 hot pad. So something that you can wrap around that whole thing. So grabbing it from 2 sides, cookie sheet, that kind of thing. So double-ended.
All together, because then you won't lose it. Like,
right?
you won't be looking for the second
Where's
one.
the other one?
I've got 47 of these. How come I can only find one?
Yeah, no doubt. Or you can actually use it as the trivet type thing.
Absolutely.
Once you get it to where you're going, then it'll be large enough. It'll be underneath the pan. You can set the dog down, and there you go.
That's right.
It's all ready to be
Lisa's
served
cooking
from.
her dog.
I don't cook. I feed my dogs while I'm cooking. No, I don't do that either. They try really hard, especially the baby. He sits there. And he actually talks to you. And dog, I can't figure out exactly what he's saying, but I know in his mind he's saying, "Give it to me now."
Yes.
And I always go, "No." No, but he keeps trying, and he gets his nose right in there. So just in case I drop something, he's ready.
Yeah.
But
Does
we're
your
going.
dog have like a funny voice in your head? Like David always says something about like
It
when
doesn't have to be in my head. He
What?
talks.
I mean, like so the cats make all this noise, and like Dave will always like interpret it, and his is like in a Samuel L. Jackson voice that's like got all kinds of
no,
snark in it.
I can't say
And
that.
so I always tell him like I've got 3 cats, 2 are girls, and they all sound like Samuel L. Jackson.
No, I can't say that that's. I have oftentimes wished I could actually hear what they were thinking.
Say yes.
I would just love to actually, like the Pets movies and stuff. I totally wish that was a real thing, because that would just make my day. But
5x7. I think Pam asked what size.
We
hoop.
only need a 5x7 for the design itself. I did double check that because this is OESD, so I did put it in our hoop sizes just to double check. So this is an OESD, one of their class file pieces, and it is kind of a gradient. I don't know if you guys can tell that super well from that photo there, but we're going to do it in blues, and we're going to be talking binding. So we'll be talking a little bit about binding, and the binding strips are cut on the bias because we're going to be curving the edges. And as a bonus, I don't know if you saw me clicking today. I'm going
you're to make some quilting designs.
I'm going to do some quilting designs to quilt that centerpiece. So there will be some bonus quilting designs that will come with the embroidery files when they are emailed to you for class. What is the shipping charge? So the kit, if that is the only thing, I think it's probably about what, $9 probably.
I think we're at
$7.95.
Something like that. It's not terribly, but it automatically adds it on the website.
It will. Yep. So depending upon where you're at, and if you're ordering other things. So if you're order other stuff and your dollar amounts are changing, it will fluctuate with that. So anywhere from basically $8 up to $14
or free
if you go over $150
is our free shipping
so
price.
If you're going to buy the No Place Like Home, then it would just get thrown into that same box, and it would be there. And to answer your question, Kathy, the threads are included. So literally you need nothing. You just sit down with your hoop and in your machine. So
Mary was being nice and answering.
Thanks, Mary. So and the class, we only need a 5x7 for Embroidery Club. In case that sparked to your brain, what do I need to do the pillow? The 5x7 is for 2 hoopings. You would need a 6x10 minimum to do the other hoopings for the pillow. Just throwing that out there.
That we're talking about 2 different things right now, I think.
Yes.
So Pam Spielman asked what size hoop was needed, and I believe we were talking about Embroidery
Club. You need a 5x7 minimum hoop size to complete Embroidery Club this month.
Yes. And Kathy
then asked about the thread for the pillow, which the No Place Like Home pillow.
Yes.
So I said, in case somebody then thought to themselves, hey, wait a minute, what size hoop do I need for that? That one is going to use both 5x7 and a minimum of 6x10 hoops.
There you go. So hopefully that makes more sense now. So 5x7 is what you need for Embroidery Club. And then you'll probably want to have at least a 6x10 hoop available to you if you want to do the No Place Like Home and or bigger or smaller. But
bigger or
you're
smaller.
Gonna want to need
if
to
you have the larger, there's in the event, we'll talk about where to use larger hoops and how that can help and different and blah, blah, blah. But you would need a 6x10 to complete the pillow for the No Place Like Home.
Yes.
Embroidery Club. is going to be in the afternoon. So when we close on Saturday at 3 or Wednesday at 5, again, Eastern time. And we will happily ship you those kits. I have them already ready to go. The files, the actual files
Embroidery
themselves
design.
will be emailed to you with the Zoom link. So you'll get those in an email. You, even if you are coming in, you don't need to bring a USB. So those are going to be emailed. So,
And before I move on to the next slide, let's just talk really quickly about our punch cards. So I was going to throw up a
Don't throw
slide
up.
on this.
It's no fun.
I know, right? And I totally got sidetracked today. So a lot of you guys purchased in punch cards from us. Some of you might have received a punch card and you might still have it hanging around when you purchased a machine. But there's varying different versions of punch cards that are out on the market right now.
There are definitely a lot of things out there, different colors, different numbers of punches on them.
That's right.
Lots of different pieces. So to
If-
get them converted, you do need to come in.
Yes.
Or you need to mail them to us.
Yes.
We have to physically have the cards here to turn that into a virtual punch card.
Yes. And we would be happy to do that. Your virtual punch card will work in store and it will work online. You will be given a unique code, and when you want to use that card in the store, we may ask you how to spell your last name. But we'll be able to use it in the store. We've figured out a system that really works well, and we will be able to reload your punch cards so you can purchase punch cards. The advantage of purchasing punch cards is that it does give you the classes at a slightly discounted price. So instead of paying $20 a class, you're only paying $15 a class. You're just prepaying them in bundles of 5 or more. So that's a little bit about our punch card and our club classes. And I just want to be clear, you don't have to belong to a special club in order to join it. We want everybody. It's an inclusive club.
Absolutely. And only thing that club class means is it tells us that you can use the punch card and about how long it's going to be. That's really all it means.
Yeah.
There's not like only specific, you don't have to buy your way in. No. You don't have to have purchased your machine here. It's none of those things. It's literally just the type of class. It tells us and other people that work here what type of class that it is.
Yes.
How much it costs and that you can use a punch card.
Absolutely.
That's all it means. So I generally do use a video rather than stitch live with you. I don't generally automatically send those out, but if you request them, I am happy to try to get you that link. But I don't generally automatically do that for Embroidery Club like I would for an event. I do allow you to record Embroidery Club like she does with Sewing Club and whatnot. I allow you to record an event, I suppose, but I don't know how your computer would ever manage to record a
8-hour
7 or 8 hour class and not blow up.
God, the file size.
The file size would just not be fun. But I'm more than happy to, if with a request to share that the file of me, the step-by-steps of me doing that, which I use in class, that I would be more than happy to get that to you. Not a problem.
Okay. So we'll take that off. All right. So next up.
All right.
This is so cute.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
I have really enjoyed making these really cute pillows. So
this is the same size as the one that we just held up. So it is not an event, just for clarification. All right. This is like the Lucky Us pillow.
It is.
So if any of you did the Lucky Us or the
home where you haunt.
Nope.
No, haunted home something.
Yep, that one. Yep.
Anyways, there was a Halloween.
There was a Halloween one with the witch's hat, and then there was a Lucky Us with the leprechaun hat.
Yes.
And now there's this adorable one with the American flag. It is called Sweet Land of Liberty. It is scheduled to release the beginning of April. So like those other pillows, this is one where the design must be purchased elsewhere at the Kimberbell website, but the kit you can purchase from us. So we already have almost everything prepped and ready, and she loaded it onto the site this morning.
Yes, for pre-sale.
For pre-sale. So like I said, we're only missing a few random fabrics, if I remember right from what he was saying. So we are more than happy to take those pre-orders, and then as soon as we have everything, we will start getting those ready to go.
Kathy just ordered, since I won't have the kit and designs for No Place by Home by Friday, will I be able to rewatch the event? Maybe that is a better question to have over the telephone.
Yeah.
Or via email instead of here. So you can contact her.
Yep. Either shoot me an email with your phone number, or I can respond to an email if you ask me that in an email, and we'll be able to go back and forth a little bit easier. Okay. Thanks, Kathy.
All right. It is a cute pillow, isn't it? So
super cute.
There will be, so let's talk about our affiliate link. So Kimberbell has a vault, and in her vault, she has designs that are like this, quilting designs and varying different products. Instead of us having these products in our store, we have what we call an affiliate link. There is a link on our website. There will be a link on this particular design. So there'll be a place that you can click, just to know that when you click this link, it will be taking you to the
another
Kimberbell
right.
website.
You're going to be leaving our site.
Yes. So you will be going there. You will be purchasing the design. I suspect, just like last time, the first day that this pillow gets released, her website is probably gonna
again.
Yes. So be patient with it. And know that it will eventually happen. But that's how that works. We love it when you purchase through our affiliate link, because it does kick back to us. So we do get a percentage of those sales. So you are supporting us when you do that. And it's gracious that she does that for us.
Absolutely, greatly appreciated. And any of those download only files that are available there, if you go through the affiliate link, those are then credited back if you go that direction through there. So if you just go to kimberbell.com, you certainly could buy them that way, but it's not connected to us. If you go to the Leabu Sewing Center and then click the Kimberbell link through there, then it is. And of course, we would greatly appreciate you doing that.
Yes. Hi, Dad.
Hi, Dad.
And so we're not doing a class per se on this. But next week's, it is next week, right?
Tuesday, we're going to be doing borders, which is a chunk of this. So we'll be doing Kimberbell files and how you do the borders. So for instance, the large blue flange and the red border on this pillow, we will be walking through an actual stitching a section 1 and 2 of a border, so you can see how to connect them, the whole shebang, and how that is done, because that is a huge part of, it seems like almost every Kimberbell project these days, whether it be a pillow, whether it be a bench pillow, whether it be a a 40 by 40 or a larger quilt. They seem to all have them in there. So we will be walking through those. You are, of course, always happy. We're always happy to try to help you,
any way we can.
If I remember right, you brought the Lucky Us in once you had done it and kind of said, I did this and I did that and whatnot. So she'll probably do that. If you are doing this with us on Tuesdays, you'll probably get little tidbits. So you'll probably be able to get a little bit of, but it won't be a whole class, unfortunately.
And so we really won't get those designs before then.
Before you.
Before you as well. So. But I was thinking that maybe we could take a Tuesday and I could do, I haven't done the haunted one, the Halloween one, but I was thinking about doing that. I thought maybe I could, I've got some notes, so maybe we could talk about the different things, like what was weird.
And there's that larger block that I know some people are having to do in 2 hoopings and whatnot. So that some of us are lucky enough not to have to do that, but there are many of us out there that aren't that fortunate, and we are having to do them in 2 hoopings and put them together.
So maybe we'll take a Tuesday and we'll do talk about pre-quilting in the hoop, and then how to do a split design. We could do that for sure. So then those would be just easy things that you guys could reference back, and it would just be on that particular topic. And that would be a way to do that. So that gives us some fills.
So Cindy, yes and no. Yes, we'll talk about some of the steps, but not specifically only to that pillow.
Yes.
So, All right.
And then we're talking about basically April. So I wanted everybody to see April's digital dealer exclusive. This one is really, really cute. And I just want to point out that our kit includes the pillow form, the pillow blank, and the fabric. So this is the most expensive kit out of all of them. Because
if you're buying them separately, then you're gonna
yes,
know it this time around.
you're gonna know it this time around. So we do have extra kits available. So if anybody would like extra versions, but I did want to point out that there is a ton of stuff in this.
Yeah.
Just a ton of stuff, but it's really, really cute.
It is. And, reading pillows are, with the handle and everything, it's certainly, travelable, and you can throw, it could be coloring books. It could be a reading book. It could be whatever you want it to be in that pocket. It could be your iPad, because that's what I read on, but, it's just, they have certainly been a thing. And it's not even really new, but they're not going away. So I really like and the design on there is super cute. But of course, if there's something specific that you have a special someone that you wanted to make that for, you could certainly alter the design itself and just use the materials if that was your goal. But I think the design is super cute as well. So that is coming up next month for Digital Dealer exclusive.
Yes. So we're gonna go through some quick April stuff here because we did March. So we have had a bunch of people ask us recently about the slap bands. Kimberbell is redesigning their set. I think it's going to have 16 instead of the 13 that it originally had. The new set is going to be $40. There is an add-on set for $10. They are not set to be released until the end of April, and I don't have them available for pre-order yet. I was working on it this morning, and for whatever reason, the picture wasn't loading.
It just wouldn't load.
It wouldn't load in the website. So it's not up yet, but it will be by the end of the week. So those will be available if anybody would like them. We also have some generic ones in the shop. So these are super cute, but if you need like one or two that are just a generic wash away, tear away, or cut away, or that you can put your own sticker on, we do have those. They're a little bit less expensive, but there aren't 16 of them in. So we do have that.
Yep. So just for clarification, that add-on set is the 3 that would complete, if you had previously bought them, it would complete it to what the new set is going to be. So if you had previously purchased them and you want to get the new ones, that would be that add-on set. You certainly could buy the new set plus the add-on set, but you would get 3 that you already have. So just for clarification, if you're reading, and you don't need to buy both if you
unless you just want extra.
Unless you just want more.
We are completely out of the old set, and
correct.
And we cannot
get any right now. There aren't any at any of our vendors. And we are not able to get these obviously until the end of, so we're waiting quite some time before we'll be able to get them.
2 scoops. This is really going to be very cute. This was supposed to be a March release, and I know we have a bunch of people who have already pre-ordered this. And I didn't send out a mass email letting everybody know that it had been delayed, because I'm pretty sure everybody
probably knows that.
If you ordered it, you probably are a Kimberbell fan and you've probably already seen the information from her. But the current release date is April 27th. Again, the end of April. We do have these ordered. We have there are new Kimberbell salads that are coming for this, which is really what we're waiting for. And we discovered that there's probably a new blue
There's
felt.
At least one new felt color, that blue that you can see right over those float type.
Ice cream.
That's definitely, and I'm not sure.
It's in the embellishment kit.
Yeah, but I would imagine it's, there's going to be some, I can't imagine they're just doing one new blue.
Yeah.
So there's probably going to be some other new embellishments that are also being held up somewhere on a boat or something to that. And hopefully nothing else will change. So if you are fairly new to us here, pre-ordering comes with some really nice benefits when you pre-order from Leabu or from SnL more specifically.
Yeah.
Because Jean has nothing to do with it.
Your pre-ordering it from us.
You really are pre-ordering from us, and we're the ones that are going to give you the nice little added benefit. He's just paying us to do it.
That's right.
So, and he kind of knows about it, I suppose. Though if you cornered him, you might not have a clue, but
He probably wouldn't.
maybe not. So don't ask him. That's not that we're hiding it. That's not what I meant, but he won't be able to answer your questions.
Yeah,
is what I was
He's
getting
too
at.
busy golfing in Florida.
Absolutely too busy golfing in Florida. He hasn't even returned my text from this morning. So
He's a lazy texter.
Anyway, anytime you pre-order, so whether that be a deposit or paying in full, either one counts. What do you get?
You get Quilting Designs. Now, our Quilting Designs are not quite as sophisticated as the Kimberbell ones. So
but they're pretty darn good.
It doesn't, they're great, but it doesn't have like 97 versions of the same file.
No. So when you're looking at this, like you're going to get a really adorable design that goes behind the ice cream truck, and you're going to get a really adorable design that goes behind the floats and so on and so forth. You're not going to get that same design also in a 2x2, a 2x4, a 4x4, a 4x6. We don't do that.
No.
But you will get everything that you need to do that pillow.
That's right.
And you will get it for free.
That's right.
With the pre-order. Once the pre-orders are over, so the actual release has happened, then we put those available for sale. So if you still would like our designs, you could go ahead and purchase them. But we give them for free with pre-orders, whether that be a pillow or whether that be a quilt. And we've been doing that now for
almost a year.
Quite a few releases.
Yeah.
So, and it's been a really nice, we're told people really like that.
Yes. Yes.
So, it's certainly a nice benefit. Does that mean you're never going to buy another Kimberbell file? Probably not. I mean, we buy them. So, I just bought two. So, but I mean, it is certainly going to be, a really nice thing that you don't have to, if you wanted to do that pre-quilting to do that, you would have everything that you need to sit down and do that entire pillow front or quilt front, whatever it is that you need to be doing in that project. You would have everything that you would need to do that, to complete that. So great question. Don't know the exact answer.
No.
And so we will send out a notice when we do know that answer. So when we will know that answer is when we actually start getting the files shipped. So we're like, okay, they're starting to ship things. We've got all of the fabrics that we need. So our bundle is complete and the designs are going to be here on Wednesday. So we'll send out an email that says last day to get in on the pre-order is Wednesday.
That's right. So essentially pre-order is good until the goods are here.
Until the goods are here and we have everything that we need to actually start fulfilling those orders.
So pending what they do, I would say probably middle to end of April will probably be when our pre-sales will stop. Again, assuming that this has not been delayed. It's not going to be delayed.
We're hoping, of course not. But there are new solids and there are new embellishments. So there is no way that unless we completely sub out a whole bunch of stuff, that we would be able to fill that until those new pieces come in stock. So, and thank you, Cindy. We appreciate that.
All right. So this isn't new, but it is still available. And it is due in June-ish. And this is that cup of cheer. There's a whole new fabric line coming out for it. And
so excited. I love
Christmas. This is really cute. We haven't seen anything, like I haven't seen an actual quilt on this yet. They probably don't have their strikes yet either.
No.
So that's probably why I would imagine probably April or May we'll start seeing some actual pictures of the design.
Not just the digitized pictures, but actual physical fabric sewn together.
Yes. And again, you can reserve your copy of this with those SnL Quilting Designs up until the time that
then we physically have it here.
And that we physically have it here. Yes. And
I
think we have, I think this is the last one. So
I'm going to totally, I could be shooting myself in the foot here, guys, but we're going to give it a go.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's really cute.
This is super cute. It is a Spark event is a 2 project event. So it's budgeted for approximately 4 hours. And you will get the apron and
I'm assuming
I'm
it's gonna be a
assuming
blank.
that will be a blank that's coming. So I can't imagine I'm supposed to come up with some way to sew that together. So I'm going to go with that's going to be a blank that's coming soon. So
Could be a pillow.
it's possible that they give you the design
Mhm.
or the yeah, it's possible. We'll figure that out. But there's basically going to be those 2 stitch outs, and they look to be pretty straightforward stitch outs. Not a whole lot of crazy. That looks like black leather and then embroidery. So I don't think they will be crazy. I'm guessing there's going to be sticky stabilizer with some crosshairs and some slapping some stuff down.
Mhm.
That's what it's looking like to me. So I am going to stab at doing a Spark event as Embroidery Club for May. So that means that Embroidery Club, instead of being a 2-hour class, will be approximately a 4-hour class come May. However, you will still be able to use your punch, which I haven't worked out all of the details yet, but that is the plan. Super excited. The few people that I kind of polled to say, hey, what do you guys think? They were all like, that's awesome. Let's do it. So I'm like, oh, okay, let's give it a go. So here we go. And
I think
hopefully I haven't shot both of my feet off by the end of May.
right. So it is the first time that we can schedule to do that is just
Is
a
the
day or
20th.
two before.
Yes. And so club is the 21st. And the first day I'm allowed to schedule that is the 20th, which means I should have kits prior to that, but I'm probably not going to have a whole lot of time to plan
and get your samples out.
So the picture is going to be what you got.
Yeah, and we're going to assume that they're on schedule because that would be the only thing that
Right.
that could possibly change. And I suppose worst case scenario we could do that for July. We could move it. So
yep, I can move it if I need to.
The plan is to try to do it in the end of May. So there will be a kit required.
Yes, it will be a $59 embroidery club. And that will be the cost for the club. And you can use a punch card to defer some of that cost, but there will be a cost period no matter what. There's no getting around that based on how we're going to be doing it.
Right.
So, but we'll send out more details. But I'm super excited.
Yes. So
partially scared just because I don't know how well it's going to go. But I think it'll be fun. And I also think that it's something different. And we all like something different instead of the same old every time. So we're going to give it a go.
And my reasoning for talking about it now is because, again, we do have people from all over the place. So if this is something that you think you might be interested, definitely send us an email and let us know that you're interested in it because while we don't have the details specific, it will help us order kits and get those things so that we have them available for everybody who wants them. That's always the thing when we have to wait for the kits to come to us and then we have
send
to get
them to you. So depending upon timing and where you're at and all of that good stuff.
That's right.
So
we'll want to make sure that we have enough kits available so that we're not turning people away.
So I will say that based on that beautiful picture, it looks like red and blue and yellow and white thread, which I would literally lay whatever bet you want me to have that every single one of you that are embroiderers have red and blue and yellow and white thread in your repertoire. So I will be including stabilizer, but probably not thread because there's one more thing I've got to ship and try to find room for. So I think that we're going to just do stabilizer this time around, which I know is something I've never done before either, but we're breaking all the rules.
But I mean, not for Embroidery Club. So,
no,
and if you think about it, it's an Embroidery Club. We don't usually supply the thread unless it's something specialty. So you're not really breaking the rules.
And and I don't usually include black and white or anything in thread kits anyways. And those are very standard colors.
And
so,
with enough advance warning, if you're brand new to embroidery and you don't have any thread, this will give you an opportunity to get that information. So while we don't have all of the logistics planned out, this will give you an opportunity to ponder about what you
Yep.
want to do. So, your event is going to be right around $60 ish. And, that then you can start sort of maybe budgeting if you, nobody has an indefinite amount of money available, but this will allow you to sort of plan that out. And like I said, let us know early
Right.
if you're interested, because that will help Lisa order the kits, because we can't just make the kits.
I can't create
if
a
we
kit
oversell
for,
the event.
right. That doesn't work, unfortunately. So, Kimberbell is definitely very picky about that.
They are.
It's got to be
They absolutely
their kits are which I mean I can certainly order more, but they wouldn't get here in time to help you to make the event. So
that's right.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm super excited though. They're very cute, and I don't think, based on what I'm seeing, that they're going to be complicated. So I think we can certainly manage to do it in a club, and I think it's going to be fun. And they're so darn cute.
Well, and it'll be May, so it'll be brighter, longer, so it won't seem like it's.
My thought was I would start maybe an hour before
early.
close, so it's not going quite. That would have been.
But I mean, I think even if you're like sewing until 8 or 9 and it's summertime, it's not
as crazy.
Yeah.
Right. And I don't mind. I just always hate interfering with your dinners and whatever's, and it gets to be a, crazy amount of time that, I love you guys spending your time with me. How much are you willing to spend? So.
All right. Well,
that's what we've got.
That's
so
a
lots
lot
of coming up stuff, and we went even over an hour just talking about all of that.
Yeah.
So thank you for spending this hour with us. And if you had any other questions, let us know. You can always shoot us an email, and we're happy to touch base and answer any of those questions. So
absolutely.
Or call the shop. So thanks for checking in this week. Next week, we will do stitching borders in the hoop, and that'll be fun. We're going to do it live so you guys can see how that all works. So, all right, we'll see you there.
Bye.
Bye.